Are you one of those people that's, why don't they get it? Okay, you think that you're misunderstood or you're misunderstanding other people? Well, if that's you in any way, if you come into that in any way, this video is for you. If you have a problem being misunderstood, people just don't understand what it is, or tell them something and they don't hear it. Can't you hear what I'm telling you? Or you're misunderstanding others. They're saying that to you. One of the things of it is that I'm going to give you some of the things that happen, and then I'm also going to give you a few solutions, and then we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the subject on other videos. People assume that you see the same way that they do. They think that you hear the same way that they hear. We can see this even in our political system. We see this between the Democrats and the Republicans. We see this between family members in politics, in religion, in investments, in all of those areas. Can't they see how stupid this is? Can't they see this? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with the way that they think? Because you're looking at one view. Many times we make our opinion so personal that when someone questions it, we think that it's a personal attack. We make our opinion, or the way that we think about something, we make it us. And when you do that, you're in danger, because anyone that comes to give you any advice or to help you or to have a different view, what you do is view them as the enemy. And from your enemy, you're not going to learn anything. You shut down your ability to hear. You shut down places in your brain. You shut down the emotions that you could have received from another person that would change things in life. There's been many times in my life where I thought I was so right. I know this is right. I know this is the answer according to my understanding, but my understanding was not of the full picture. Many times people think that knowledge is understanding. You may have knowledge about something. I may have knowledge about a stock, but if I don't understand the history of that stock, if I don't understand how it's been flowing, what happens to it here, what has happened to it before, if I don't have history on it and have an understanding of it, I can make a foolish decision that can cost me a lot of money. And the same thing it is with relationships. The same thing it is with business matters. And you are so used to hearing your own voice. You're so used to hearing your own interpretation of something. You in your own head, you have a whole history. You have a past history, you have a present, you have a future thing. You have all this information, all of these things that have to do with your family, how it was that you were treated, where you were located in your family, first child, middle child, last child, somewhere in the middle or whatever, whether you're adopted or your culture, all of these different things, it plays a part in how it is that you hear. And until you are willing to open up and be vulnerable, then what's going to happen is you're going to continue to be misunderstood and misunderstand others. In this, when people think this way, and someone has a different view, you think you're attacking me. You're telling me that I'm stupid. You're telling me that I don't have the information. You're trying to tell me something because you think you're higher than me. This is one of the things that's going on in the so-called race war. I hate that word, but the different nationalities. Someone says something and then they say this is a racist statement. Why? Because someone saw something from another view. If I see something from one view and someone calls me racist because this is the way that I see it, then what they're doing is that they're losing parts of our whole culture. And I mean the culture of humanity. When we can't see, when we can't open ourselves up to actually hear, it's like we close our ears, and no matter what it is to somebody saying, no, 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 no. I'm keeping my thoughts. I'm keeping this. This is what's right. This is what's right. I've had situations like that with family members, and I've been closed off myself. Yeah, just being totally honest. And then one day, one of the things I happened to realize is this. If I close off an opinion that's different than mine, then what I'm doing is I'm shrinking my world. I'm only going to be around those that agree with me. I don't want that world. I don't ever want that world. When you have that world, you diminish. You don't just shut down free speech. You don't shut down ideas, but you shut down imagination. You shut down imagination, your own imagination, and you're not even realizing it because you close yourself off and you say, this is the narrow place. This is how it is that it works. And there is no conversation. There is no alternatives. There's nothing. So when you do this, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, you shrink your world. Do you want your world itsy bitsy? You want an itsy bitsy world? If you do, keep thinking that the only thought that's worth investigating is the ones that you come up with. I find that my children, my grandchildren, and even some of my great-grandchildren, some of the things that they say, one of my my great-granddaughter, J. Jean, I call her J. Jean, that's not her name, but anyway, it's her name for me. But at any rate, some of the things that she said, she got this little doll, and they named it a name that I thought was kind of, I didn't like it. But at any rate, and I said, don't you want to change the name? She said, no, I like it just like it is. And she's 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, I think it is. She said, no, I like it just like it is. And I realized something. She is so much like me. She is so much like, she knows what she likes and she knows what she doesn't like. But then I started talking to her around it and talking to her about different things. She was open for other things. She was open for different clothes. She's open for different things like that. But one thing she knew, no, I like this part, but the rest of it, you can give me ideas about it. Are you that way? Or do you think that your orbit, your imagination, your viewpoint is totally flawless? Because otherwise you'll open yourself up and you will not think that it's an abrupt invasion for someone to come in with an idea or a thought that's different than yours. So I submit to you that it's not about people misunderstanding you. It's not about you misunderstanding others. It's one of the things that we forget to do is expand our views. We look at it. I constantly ask people, give me a blank piece of paper. And what does that mean? That means give me a piece of paper that there's no writing on. Give me the opportunity to give you more information. You can always bring your stuff back in, but give me the opportunity to give you this information so that you can investigate it. Be an investigative person so that you can report to your own self. Well, I can accept that or I can't. Many things that have to do with the Bible. Many things that have to do, biblical principles, especially in our society. I believe this. Here's something that I believe. Why do I believe it? I believe it because here's the Word of God says so. And I didn't just read the Word of God. I investigated the Word of God. I searched it back. I'm one for really searching back. And on Thursday, I am going to talk about something in the Bible which has you to understand that everything that you need is already yours. But you have to open up your imagination. You have to open up the ability for you to be able to see things from all different viewpoints. There's a story in the Bible where this prophet Balaam was hired by this other prophet Balak to curse the Israelites. And so he went up into the mountains. They did a sacrifice and stuff. And he looked at them. And what he did, all he could do was to bless them, because he was only going to do what it was that God gave him to do. And then Balaam was upset. He was ticked off, in other words. And he says, I'm paying you. I called you so that you could curse them for me. He says, I told you I can only do what God shows me. He went to another point, and he was able to do the same thing in the other. So he went to different views of it. There were different words of blessings, because there were different people in each area. And what it was is he was able to see things from all 4 points of views: north, south, east, and west. How open are you? If you're not open to have other people to give you information, to interpret what it is that you say, is this what it is that you're saying? Because if it is, here is how I see it. Allow people to do this. Allow people, or ask them, what do you think? I do this a lot, because sometimes I am, I go to one place to the other. And I said, what did you hear? They tell me what they heard. That's not what I really wanted you to get. But what if that's what you got? What do you have to say about it? Be open for conversation. If you're not open for conversation, you will always be misunderstood, and you will always misunderstand other people. Why? Because you live in your head. So if you want to cease to do that, we're going to talk about that on the next video. This is Dr. BJ Baker, and I approve of this message. Bye-bye.